welcome to Video Bites. Our goal is to acknowledge, appreciate, and showcase the talents of teachers and staff in the form of bite-sized videos. Thanks for watching.
Hi, welcome to Video Bites. I'm Neha, and today we're here with Ms. Martinez, who teaches 8th through 11th grade biology. She's been a teacher for 20 years, of which she's been at BASIS for 5. Ms. Martinez attended the University of Calgary in Canada, where she earned her Bachelor of Science in Biology and in Biological Anthropology, as well as her MA in Primatology. Currently, she is the Science Department mentor, and one interesting tidbit about Ms. Martinez is that she was a synchronized swimmer for 15 years. So thank you so much for being here, Ms. Martinez.
And thanks for having me.
I have a few questions for you. So first of all, who or what inspired you to study biology?
Well, from a very young age, I was interested in medicine and just wanted to be a doctor. And I had certain teachers in middle school who encouraged, my interest in science, and my dad wanted me to be a doctor. So anyway, I was pre-med in university, and our journeys change, and I started taking a lot of anthropology classes and fell in love with that, and my life just sort of took a different turn. So but I still think about it. There's kind of a part of me that would still love to go to medical school, and I just think it's fascinating. I loved teaching anatomy, physiology, but anyway, so now I get to be a teacher and encourage my students to go to medical school instead and be part of certain clubs, like Medical Leaders Club and things like that. So, yeah.
Who was your favorite teacher in university or high school, and why?
Two teachers that stand out. My middle school science teacher, her name was Mrs. Belanger. She was just really energetic, and she really encouraged me, and you just have those teachers sometimes, you can tell that they believe in you, and so she really encouraged me to pursue my interest in science, and also knew that I was interested in medicine, so really encouraged me to continue down that path as well. But then in university, my master's professor, my supervisor, Dr. James Patterson, major influence, and he changed my life. I started taking courses with him, and he was the one who suggested I do a master's in primatology. And so yeah, he believed in me, and I'm still in touch with him, and he was a really important person in my life, for sure.
What is your favorite topic to teach in your biology courses?
Oh, that is a tough question, because I love so many of them. I do love teaching at both the micro and the macro scale. Of course, evolution is near and dear to my heart, because with my primatology and background and biology background, I do love teaching about the evolution of our own species. And I'm actually teaching a course this year called Biological Anthropology, where it focuses on the evolution of our own species. But I think the most important topics that I teach now have got to be ecology and environmental conservation. I think they're the most important, because it's so important for students to understand how critical this issue is. And it's so important that we get as many people on board in terms of saving the environment and battling climate change. So I love teaching that too. And I also think it's the most important thing that I teach.
What was the funniest or most memorable moment that you've ever had in a class that you teach?
I mean, my favorite thing about teaching is laughing with students, and just that daily conversation, and just the little jokes that happen day to day. I mean, there's so many of them. Last year, in one of my honors bio classes, some students played a pretty good prank on me. One of them hid in one of the science cupboards and jumped out unexpectedly. That was pretty hilarious. But just the day-to-day joking around, and just you guys are so smart. And sometimes the jokes and the humor related to what we're talking about is definitely the favorite part of my job. So I miss being in a room with all of you, you know, I miss that conversation. So I hope we get to all be back together soon.
Who is your favorite biologist and why?
There's actually 3 of them, and they kind of all go together. So they used to be known as Leakey's Angels, or the Trimates. There's Jane Goodall and Diane Fossey and Bruti Galdikas, who are 3 primatologists who studied the great ape species. So Jane Goodall studied chimpanzees, Diane Fossey studied mountain gorillas, and Bruti Galdikas studies orangutans. And there was a huge influence on me in university and throughout my life, just these 3 super strong women who went out into the middle of nowhere, you know, into the middle of the forest, knowing nothing, but had the courage to go out and learn about our closest living relatives, and, you know, in the pursuit of understanding more about ourselves and our evolution. So, you know, they've inspired me my whole life, and I just love learning about their life stories. And I mean, and Jane Goodall she travels around the world over 200 days a year trying to educate people about environmental conservation. And so just really remarkable, admirable women in science. Yeah, so
that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for being here, Ms. Martinez.
Neha, I've enjoyed it so much, and I miss everybody. Hope to see you soon.
To watch more content like this, check out videobytes.org.